Do you want a fishy?
Is that better? Hey, there we go. Turns out my mic got ever so slightly unplugged. Hi, hello. We are here. We are here. We are playing games. Nice Ox Tricks, the one, Scooby. Hi, everybody. How you doing? So, as I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted by my own incompetence, back to our regularly scheduled program of Sherlock Holmes and completing this game, and then playing another spooky game, probably. Now that Next Fest is done. Hello, kitty. I knew you were coming. So we should have the last stream for this. Like, this should be it. In theory. Probably? So last time, we took a little detour from the Switzerland loony bin over to the Louisiana Bayou to chase down the clues of the cult. And we ended up in a cave where the cultists were probably taking their sacrifices. And our poor Sherlock is very slowly losing his dang mind. And now we're back in London somehow. I mean, not somehow. They travel by normal means, but I'm a little bit confused because we followed the clues that showed us that all the people that we were looking for, all the kidnapped victims, were brought to Louisiana. But we kind of stopped following that train of thought suddenly and ended up back in London. So, I mean, unless we're going to continue following clue trails and find them in London, I thought they were going to be in Louisiana. So, I don't know. We'll find out. Let's continue, shall we?
Another sinking near Scotland. By the Strand for all the details.
Ah, yes. Tiny child.
Get the Strand, get the true facts. Cool, thank you, sir.
I got Killing Tempest article. How do I play this game again?
Another
Shit.
sinking near Scotland. By the...
This button. Alright. So we got the Bayou's Cursed book. Found in the bayou near the New Orleans, the book is divided into sections marked by symbols. One of them has been seen all around the bayou and near the altar underneath the port of London. The book is written in an obscure language, but Barnes could translate a few pages. Oh, that's right. We're going to Barnes next. Yes. Howdy, Sappy. Cryptic message to Ashmat. Message described by Davy is addressed to Ashmat. It reads, "When the storm starts where the ships fall, Stevenson's guiding light, the last embrace of all the chosen." Which are words. Yep, those are indeed words. And then the article that we just picked up. Storm of the Century. The tempest, which many already call the Storm of the Century, has been raging west of Lachamar's coastline the past fortnight. Officials are alarmed by signs of the storm's intensification. The storm is taking a toll on shipping and seamen's lives, with 34 ships reported lost. Even as this article goes to press, hundreds of lives hang in the balance, with seamen struggling against the elements. Sadly, the Royal Navy Rescue is forbidden to launch any search parties due to the dangerous conditions. Her Majesty Queen Victoria held an emergency meeting with her ministers about the crisis along our coast, and it was learnt that similar phenomena of lower importance are occurring around the world. In other news, a French thief with the initials AL is toying with Scotland Yard. Which addiction is that, Zappy? Do we know a notorious thief with initials of AL? Trying to think. Notorious thief that has butted heads with Scotland Yard. No, not coming to mind. Alright. And then over here, our goals are: what is the cryptic message for Ashmat about, and who is the cult leader, and what is their goal? Now, after hearing this part, message transcribed by Davy, when the storm starts, we do happen to have a bitchin' storm right now, where the ships fall, at Stevenson's guiding light, last embrace of all the chosen.
Stand for the details.
That sounds very much like this storm that we have going on now is related to the cult's activities. Possibly all of their sacrifices have not been in vain, perhaps. Sherlock Holmes? Maybe. Dual universe. Gotcha. Yeah, I was intrigued by that one in terms of how good it looked, but also it was MMO, so I couldn't bring myself to play it. So our Sherlock Holmes here,
as you were, Watson. Do what you must.
Is not feeling too hot. He's looking a little bit green under the eyes. I get a better look at him. No, our camera does not want us to look at him. Okay. And Lupin sounds familiar, and I know that's not how you pronounce Lupin, but I also don't remember what the first name is either. But yeah, now that you mentioned that, it does sound familiar. I have not read much or any Sherlock Holmes, so I don't have all of the knowledge. New books in the store. The same new books in the store from last time. Dickens, Gogol, and Poe. Alright, are you going to hide in the corner this time, bud, or can we have a proper conversation?
It has been a while, Barnes.
Dr. Watson,
Indeed it has, and good to see you as always. How can I help?
You seem happy.
Someone is full of pep.
Oh, yes. Mr. Holmes, he was quite the inspiration. Last time you were in town, he offered me some stirring advice, which I have since acted upon.
Holmes is nothing if not provocative.
Indeed, the thorny truth is often hard to hear, but it did the job, and now my heart is full.
He got the
glad to hear
lady.
it.
Much obliged, Doctor.
He got the lady. Alright, about Stevenson's guiding light.
Barnes, does Stevenson's guiding light mean anything to you?
Well, my mind first goes to Robert Louis Stevenson, an up-and-coming author. I've been following his work in the periodicals. Interesting man. I take it his literary pursuits are somewhat of a deviation from the family business.
What makes you say that?
He wrote a poem. Let me see if I have it still. Yes. Say not of me that weakly I declined the labours of my sires, and fled the sea, the towers we founded, and the lamps we lit.
The labours of his sires. I wonder what they do.
I have a book on great British families. If the Stevensons have achieved anything of note, they will be in there. Please, feel free to take a look. It should be on the shelves to the right.
Much obliged.
Thanks, bud. Oh, private servers, you say, Safi. That is promising. I might have to take another look at that. I will attempt to write myself a note. Alright, now, translate this book, please.
Last time we met, you mentioned your knack for translating occult texts. I was wondering if you could help me with this book.
Certainly, Goodness. Where on earth did you procure this grimoire?
That's a long story. What do
In
you
a
make of
swamp.
it?
It
Full of
seems
gators.
to describe pagan rituals, ancient deities. Wow, what a marvel. I can try and translate it for you.
Just the pages bearing that symbol. This section, really.
Entity of ocean or time. Oh my. Oh, already on it, as you can tell.
If you can have it done at your earliest convenience, that would be lovely.
And we have just indoctrinated a new person into the cult. Oh man, look at his hands. He's very inky. Okay, so he's gonna do his thing. We're gonna go look at the book.
For some reason, it makes my skin crawl.
Alright, so that's the one. Are there any other spots? Puppy dog. Hi, puppy dog.
Take care of your master.
We have puppy and a kitty. Oh, this is the lady's puppy, the flower girl's puppy. The puppy and the kitty are now in the same space and doing just fine. Greatest British Families. This volume gathers facts, stories, and gossip about the members and success of great British families. It is a somewhat chauvinistic account of Britain's finest. Alright, I have the book. I shall read the book. Okay, so... name Stevenson reminds him of the up-and-coming author. Say not of me that weakly I declined the labors of my sires, and fled the sea, the towers we founded, and the lamps we lit. Okay. So that sounds kind of lighthousey. He declined the labors of his sires, so his family's business, fled the sea, towers that they founded, then lamps that we lit. Towers and lamps generally would be lighthouses. Okay. Yes, sir.
A moment, please. Spellbinding pages.
God, I hope not. Spellbinding pages would be the last thing that we need right now. Alright, so let's go see while we wait for him then if Sherlock has anything. You, sir. You're looking suspicious. What are you up to? He's just being suspicious. Okay. I got book this way. Oh, Flower Girl's here. Hi. I didn't even realize you had a shop. I thought you were just on the corner selling flowers. Hello.
Dr. Watson, how nice to see you, despite the inclement weather. At least my flowers are enjoying the rainfall.
Alright, I guess she doesn't have anything to say. That's fine. So let's push this button. I think I forgot this means that we have to search the archives. So we are searching for maritime information of recent times. Location, Scotland. The book of the Greatest British Families briefly mentions the Stevensons, famed for their lighthouses across all of Scotland. Funnily enough, the first Stevenson in the lineage shares the same given name as the latest, the author Robert Louis Stevenson. Ever since the Bell Rock Lighthouse erection in 1810, the Stevensons have left their mark around Scotland via civil engineering feats in the maritime industry. Whether the lighthouses were built by Robert Stevenson or his sons, Alan, David, and Thomas, sailors roaming the Scotland's coastline have the dynasty to thank for guiding them to prosperity and safety. Wonderful. Okay. So am I to assume then that he is done reading now that I have researched that?
Nearly done,
Nope.
Doctor. Have you found the book you're after?
I have. So now we have this. What is the cryptic message for Ashmat about? So the cryptic message was: when the storm starts, where the ships fall, at Stevenson's guiding light, the last embrace of all the chosen. So I'm assuming that means now that we're in the doom storms, where the ships have been sinking the most, we go to one of the lighthouses and find the cult there, is my guess. So we need that one. Oh, could be the Killing Tempest article as well. But let's assume that is about the greatest British families. And then documents Stevenson families. And what was Barnes's first look at the book? An entity of ocean or time. Got it. Maybe it's not the greatest British families. Let's go back and see if we can do the Killing Tempest article. And the cryptic message? No, let's do the first look at the book. Hey, there we go. A gathering at a Stevenson-built lighthouse. Alright. Lochaber. So now we have this information. You done? Got any coastal maps?
Say, do you possess coastal maps of Scotland?
Indeed. Have you figured out what the Stevensons are known for?
Feats of lighthouse engineering. You have my thanks for the book.
My pleasure, Doctor. Do you need any particular part of the coast?
Loch Harbour, West Coast.
Right then. I'll unroll it on the desk.
What a helpful
All
fellow.
yours. In the meantime, I will attend to my translation.
Much appreciated.
Okay. The Scaryvor Lighthouse. Located on the remote island of the same name, Scaryvor Lighthouse lies southwest of the inhabited island of Tiree. Designed and built in 1844 by Alan Stevenson, the tower is a testament to the determination of the Empire's workers and engineers to make life safer for seamen. The lighthouse has seen 6 years of construction, with numerous men risking their lives to build this granite beacon of safety atop dangerous rocks. Yes, Sybil. It is a bookstore and my personal library. That is true. This isn't Cult of the Lamb. This is Cult of Cthulhu. Barrowhead Lighthouse. Located on the outer Hebrides island of Barrowhead, the lighthouse illuminates the southern entrance to the Minch. There's a whole bunch of words here I don't know. The tower, designed by Robert Stevenson and built by James Smith of Inverness in 1833, is made of stone. It's deemed the United Kingdom's highest lighthouse, standing at 682 feet above sea level. The Sherlocking has only just begun to reach the end. Yes, supposedly we're on the last stream. Supposedly. We'll see. I am only beginning to Sherlock my hardest for the night. Rubanan Gall Lighthouse means Stranger's Point in Scottish Gaelic. The simple yet elegant brick tower of light built in 1857 by David and Thomas Stevenson is not even the only one in the dynasty erected that year. It is 62 feet tall and bears a luminous range of 10 nautical miles, lighting the way for ships roaming the south of Mull. The Sound of Mull. Alright. The Unpronounceable Lighthouse. Designed and built in 1849 by Ellen Stevenson, the lighthouse lies at the western end of the Unpronounceable Peninsula in Lochaber. It architecturally and decoratively depicts Egyptian influences, making it unique among Scottish lighthouses. Made of granite and bearing a strikingly black lantern, the tower soars 218 feet above the rocks. Ardnamurchan? Ardnamurchan. Sure. Okay, so that's the one, because Lochaber is the place we're going. Here's that.
Doctor, look what I just found.
What'd you just found?
Barnes, have you finished with the book?
Yes, I've written out a translation of the section you wanted. It, puts the grim in grimoire.
I thought as much.
Long story short, it details macabre rituals, death, leviathans, and the apocalypse. See for yourself. I must ask you to leave the book with me so I can read more of it. It's compelling. Very compelling.
Please don't read too much of it. No, I'm sorry, bud. You already look partially insane around the gills. If I leave this book with you, you might die of crazy.
I don't think that would be wise. Please give it back. That said, I remain grateful for your immeasurable help.
Oh, how disappointing. I hope you will consider lending it to me in the future.
Please don't
Good
read
day,
any more of
Doctor.
it, sir. I need your brain intact. Thank you very much. Oh, before we go too much further, I am once again wearing my brand new shirt of awesomeness. It is neat and I like it a lot. It is a Cthulhu shirt. Very appropriately themed. I love it. It's awesome. I did not art this myself. I wish I arted it myself. No, I just randomly stumbled on it on Amazon. And I'm like, yeah, that's mine now. I wasn't even searching for anything even remotely related to it, and it just popped up. It's almost like Amazon knows me far too well. Oh man, I wish it was dope new merch. I would sell that thing in a heartbeat. Okay, so.
Mycroft, here to buy a book on fraternal dysfunction?
The Holmes family is beyond counseling, Doctor.
True, more deserving of scientific study. What do you want?
I came to warn you. Perhaps you have a moment to...
Sorry, I reserve Tuesday afternoons for time with friends.
I'm worried about Sherlock. He's not well. You should know that he has had episodes in the past. Detachment from reality. He will need your support.
Such gall. First you crush him under your boot heel, now you ask me to pick up the pieces.
Your emotions are impeding your rationality. He needs to be distracted, diverted into something less harmful.
Surely you jest. Only one thing shall truly bring him peace of mind, and that is solving his case.
The last case he pursued so doggedly was Cordona. He came home a wreck, and this time I fear he may not return at all.
You are not his father, Mycroft. Not anymore. He is a grown man, a brilliant man. I know you care for him. I just wish you also respected him.
The Crown cannot help you. But I can. Give him this.
What is it?
A confidential note tied to his case. He may see value in it. Just do not tell him it came from me. Oh, speaking of the Crown, perhaps you can help us with another matter? It requires some local knowledge.
Fine, tell me.
I'm all ears.
For your eyes only. Here is a folder with all the details.
Side quest. The Lone Watcher. Alright. But who is watching this Watcher? Alright, let us read the case details. Let's see. Stevenson family, Scarivore, Barrahead, Rubanon, and Unpronounceable. Bio's Cursed Book. The book's Pagan God. The book details a vaguely anthropoid monster. It has an octopus-like head, its face being a mass of feelers, a scaly, rubbery-looking body, huge claws on its hind feet and forefeet, and long, narrow wings. Ritual of Awakening. Barnes's approximate, if hasty translation details a ritual for awakening a pagan god sleeping under the ocean. It involves a special chant the strongest men of every ethnicity on Earth perform before they are to be sacrificed for the god's awakening. A creature with pitch-black face akin to an Egyptian sphinx must witness the ritual. If successful, the ceremony will destroy the world's seas and lands. So, destroy the world. Unless you are saying it's going to not touch the oceans, because it's only destroying the seas and the lands. I don't know how that works. Briefing from Mycroft. One of our informants, Philip Hawke, has not been in contact for the last few days. Please check his status. He was working on an investigation close to his lodgings. Hawke is disabled and his home is next to one of your client's houses, Captain Stenwick. Report to me after you have visited. I'll be in the bookshop. The air will still be there. Ah, okay. It'll be a planet of air. Got it. Okie-dokie. Profile of A. Rochester, presumed dead. Lord H.P. Rochester, London billionaire, married an American woman. They had a son named Archibald, who moved east to take charge of his father's interest after finishing his education and reaching the age of majority. Archibald held many jewel mines in Australia and holdings in England. His wealth in gems rose immensely. In 1875, he boarded a ship to England. A storm sunk his ship. No crew members survived. Neither Archibald's body nor his gems were ever found. His father, Lord H.P. Rochester, died shortly thereafter, with Lady Rochester moving to Boston and subsequently passing away. Several of the documented Rochester gems have recently resurfaced and been connected to Louisiana banks and the Black Edelweiss, among other locations. Ah, okie dokie. We'll just call it Alright. Okay, so, cult leader could potentially be that person. The A. Rochester, Archibald. And I do believe his name has come up before. So let's do this. Who is the cult leader? Let's see, we need the profile of A. Rochester. We need the unpronounceable lighthouse. And something about the book's pagan god, maybe? No. Stevenson family. Cryptic message to Ashma. Ritual of Awakening. Hooray. Archibald Rochester is alive and leading a cult. He aims to conduct a monstrous ritual at Unpronounceable Lighthouse, by implication the sacrifice of all the abductees of diverse ethnicities. Now we've brought it back to my original question for tonight, which is why are we back in London when all the signs were pointing to Louisiana for the kidnapped people? I believe iSucks has played the Planet Crafter DLC, if not still in progress of it. Yeah, there's a lot going on right now. There's Planet Crafter DLC, the Factorio Space DLC just released, Satisfactory just hit 1.0. Other games have released recently that I have since forgotten. Eden Crafters. Eden Crafters just released a couple days ago. Eden Crafters is another Satisfactory-ish type game. There was another one that released somewhat recently. I'm checking my notes here. Planet Scanner. That's a very unknown indie that looked really neat. Oh, and it crashed. Yes, iSucks' addiction to Planet Crafter is legendary. Nope, can't find the other one. I have been kind of MIA for normal games the last week or so due to Next Fest, so it's hard catching up. Okay, so we need to find the home of the other person, but if I know where it is, I don't know where it is. So I think we might just need to wander around until I find it. Never mind, found it.
I'm not getting in here.
Alright. Fine. Okay.
The oldest letter was delivered 3 days ago.
Good. Your milk has gone sour, sir. Alright, if we're not getting in that way, can we get in a different way? Can I ladder up? I feel like this is open specifically for a reason. But I don't see a way to interact or let me in. Yes, there definitely have been some interesting games this Next Fest. There have definitely been a few I found. Orbound was one that I meant to play and then decided I wasn't going to play it in favor of just waiting for it to come out, and then I changed my mind and then I forgot about it. So I missed the memo. Let me in. Let me in. Which one is yours? Hey, kitty. Windblown looked really good. There's another one it's not quite Dead Cells because I don't think it's going to be difficult necessarily, but it is another side-scrolling Metroidvania-ish platformer that you might be interested in, called Symphonia. Very musically inclined. I could use polish, yeah. That's good to know, because yeah, I think that was my determining factor of not trying the demo, was it's coming out in moments, so I might as well just wait for it to come out, but if it's looking a little bit rough, then maybe I'll wait further. So, how do I... okay. So his house is down here. I guess let's see what evidence is. We've got front door is locked. Doorstep of the house have old mail bottles and old mail and bottles of soiled milk. Okay. I played the demo of Symphonia last night, and it definitely was neat. It was very pretty music, very smooth controls, even though I was stuck playing it on the controller. Alright, I'm not entirely sure what my next steps are. I do have this button, forgot about it. So, our dude's house should be, like, right here. No? Okay. Another one I played last night that looks fascinating. Kind of in the vein of a semi-crafting survival, semi-adventure-y type game. And that one was called Across the Wonderlands. It was very much a colorful trip. Alright, I don't know what I'm doing with this one. I feel like there should be something obvious, because I mean we got a lighted window here and a ladder, but that doesn't appear to be the answer. What? Yeah, that one was multiplayer, yes. You, sir, have you seen anything suspicious other than yourself? Climbing up, I see. Alright, fine, be that way. Alright, so what am I... What am I doing with this? It was so flashy. It was almost hard to follow just because there was so many flashing lights and shiny things and weird noises happening, but it was a delight to try to understand. Alright, so we don't have any real information to go on here. We have the briefing from Mycroft. Philip Hawke has not been in contact. Please check his status. Oh, please report to me after you have visited. Okay, well, fine. Be that way. I was expecting visiting to entail actually going to his house, but maybe just not being able to get in the front door is what we're looking for.
What is it now, Doctor?
Wow, Mycroft. Way to continue to be a cunt. Alright. So, that's not the answer. Ma'am, have you heard anything about this man?
Mr. Barnes is very sweet. We're getting engaged. He said he can provide for me and that I can stop working.
Oh. Well, how nice of him.
But I have an idea. A combined bookshop and florist. Tell me that isn't a match made in heaven.
It sounds delightful.
Ah, Dr. Watson, life is indeed glorious. Not even rain can spoil my joy. Why don't you take a flower? On me.
Oh, thanks.
Ah, Dr.
Okay.
Watson, life is
She's-
indeed glorious. Not even rain can spoil my joy.
She is
Why
all
don't
up
you
in my
take a
ear
flower?
despite me running down the
Mm.
street. Alright, so how do I...
Well, I'm not getting in here.
How do I visit this guy's location? I feel like I'm missing something pretty obvious, but I don't know what. Oh man, imagine the smell of a florist, which has the smell of various flowers, greenery, and that kind of undertone of slightly sour fertilizer, and then you mix that with the smell of new and used books and old wood. Like that would be just a heavenly place to park yourself in. Maybe I can use the ladder now that I've talked to someone. Maybe ladder help. Ladder help. I would So normally I would rely on the imagination vision of Sherlock, but I'm not allowed to be Sherlock currently. So the only vision I've got is this little ping that's supposed to ping the interactable nodes that are nearby. But I'm not seeing any interactable nodes, so something. Going to the bookstore tomorrow, nice. Okay, so I guess let's use our little peepers. Is there anything directly outside of his house that looks obvious? We found the mail and the spoiled note, or the spoiled milk. Is there anything else? Are these leaves sufficiently suspicious? No, I don't think the leaves are sufficiently suspicious. But I got nothing. Absolutely got fucking nothing. Alright. So this one, we need to talk to someone about the cult's plan. And this one says we need to go to a location. That's what this icon's for. Could it be that I have to pin the damn thing?
Well, I'm not getting in here.
Please tell me that doesn't mean I have to pin the damn thing. You, sir! You, sir! I would like to speak with you.
May I ask you something?
I can't help you with that, sir.
Alright. Fine. So sometimes you have to pin a piece of evidence before you can actually interact with the thing. But this doesn't appear to be that. Yeah, the dots, unfortunately, when I have an evidence pinned, everyone has a dot on them, regardless of how useful that might be. Now, Mycroft, I'm gonna need you to be a little bit more helpful, sir. Yep.
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
A lady doesn't know about such things.
Alright then. Yo, creepy man.
Could you help?
No, I don't know anything about that.
Okay. Fine. Be that way. Gas orifices. Oh, hi, Gizmo.
A fascinating book. Thank you for the opportunity, Doctor.
You're welcome. Yo.
What is it now, Doctor?
Oh, fucker. Okay. So maybe then we just have to continue this one. Let's go talk to Sherlock, see what he's got for me.
Another sinking near Scotland. By the Strand for all the details.
Am I mad? This painting wasn't here last time, was it?
It's a good question. Are we going mad? Is that a thing that's happening? Sherlock! Sherlock! Help! I need your brain. I know everything.
Holmes, I have the translation. But Barnes was affected by the book. Holmes?
Watson?
Did you
Yes.
hear me? Barnes was behaving oddly, but I was able to retrieve the book and his preliminary translation. I think we have a lead. Sherlock, what is it?
I find myself burdened. It will come as no surprise that I tend towards obsession. Indeed, obsession grants me the insights that have become my stock in trade, my greatest asset. Yet I cannot deny this nature proves as much a hindrance as a boon. It has cost me friends, colleagues, brothers. And despite my obsession, as I contend with the matter at hand, no closer to understanding than when we began, I must conclude that I am of no worth at all. Without an answer, what use is the question?
Sherlock, this is no time for despair. The book is real. Those men went mad.
John, I fear that I am as mad as the rest of them.
You are mad. But you're the right kind of mad.
I bore witness to the same events that you did. I saw with my own eyes the inexplicable, the ghastly, and the unnatural. I can attest to their occurrence. So take heart, for it was as real as you or I, and thus we must persist. Lives hang in the balance. If you cannot see your worth, then trust in me, for I see it. And I know of no other man capable of putting this matter right.
Thank you, John. Would that I possessed even half your courage. Pray tell, where does our journey end?
Ardnamurchan, Scotland.
Let us not depart.
I need a moment to put my affairs in order.
You raised my spirits, Watson. Take all the time you need.
Can I have your brain? I need help with this case. No? Okay. So, what exactly am I doing? Child, help me.
Just back from a trip, Doctor. You look exhausted.
Thanks, kid.
You had a visitor earlier. He seemed angry. This weather is so bad. Do you think a storm is coming?
A storm?
Get the Strand!
In this
Get
storm?
the true
No.
facts!
Maybe I do need to pin the evidence. Let's find out. Oop. Pin. Sherlock, will you talk to me now? No.
I need
Okay.
a moment to put my affairs in order.
You raised my spirits, Watson. Take all the time you need.
This might be one of those ones where I need help looking it up, because I am not going to run circles around this damn town trying to find the exact one element that this game wants me to interact with.
Another
I'ma
sinking
do
in
it.
Scotland. By the Strand for the details.
But would be nice to have some assistance. Oops. Okay, so this leads back to behind the rich guy's house. Which is here, which we can't get into anymore because we're done with that. And then this is right back to where we were. Nothing in here except for someone's corn that they're growing in the backyard, I guess. Okay, so this is Hawk's house. Go around to the left side of Hawk's house. That was 100% not obvious. It was even covered in vines and shit to make me think it was just part of the scenery. How was I supposed to know I was supposed to ram my face into random gates and shit? Thank you, Sybil.
Unlike Holmes, I don't carry lockpicks. Unlike Holmes, I don't carry lockpicks.
Ah, the man in the chair.
Royal Berkshire Regiment. His face and neck are swollen, and I can see wasp stings all over the skin.
Unfinished note written by Hawk. 5:45, carriage with a hooded visitor arrived. 7:25, carriage left, the visitor stayed inside. 9:10, boxes with gold from the Japanese Imperial Mint arrived. 9:36, boxes are still being unloaded. 10:10, last box was moved inside the embassy. 11:33, arrival of Ottoman ambassador and vice consul. 12:44, the men are having a meeting on the second floor. There are maps of murder.
A capital M signed by someone else's hand. Only his right arm was functional. His left arm was paralyzed in the war.
All right. Is that how he was spying?
The spyglass was positioned to watch the windows of the embassy across the road.
Fancy.
A map of possible routes taken from the embassy. I thought only Sherlock was capable of this kind of deduction.
Alright.
Near perfect camouflage. It makes me wonder if Mycroft also spies on our suite in Baker Street.
Probably. So the near perfect camouflage is vines. Which I guess is fair as to why I didn't see it. But still, would have been nice if there was like an interaction dot on this grate to let me know that I should be able to do something with it.
Unlike Holmes, I don't carry lockpicks.
Okay, so Mr. Man is dead. Very much so. One of our informants has not been contacted in the last few days. He was working on an investigation close to his lodgings. Hawk is disabled. Yada yada. Unfinished note. Okay. Now we can go back to Mycroft to say, sorry, your dude's dead. Very. Thanks, Civil.
I'm sorry, I have bad news.
Please do not tell me Hawk is a turncoat.
Worse, I have found him dead in his wheelchair, out in the garden.
How did he die? Exactly.
He was stung repeatedly by wasps. His body succumbed to anaphylaxis.
And that is all you observed? Was there anything suspicious?
I mean, he was doing suspicious work.
Well, there was one thing. In his notes I found a handwritten M, but it didn't match Hawke's other writing.
Listen carefully, Doctor. Do not investigate further, do not talk about this matter to anyone, and do not ask questions. Thank you. Now leave it alone.
Moriarty, perhaps? That would probably be the only reason that he would give such a strong warning to mind your own goddamn business. Okay, now we can leave. We were in London only for a brief moment. Oh, road closed. Wrong way. Maybe it was Mycroft all along? Alright, wake up, bud. We're going on a vacation.
Well, shall we be off?
Yes, of course. You can apprise me of your actions while we pack.
The Awakening. Musta Krakish. Oh, that was nice. That was neat.
Holmes, if we don't make land soon, I fear we will join those missing souls.
Oh, there goes one.
These seas have taken too many, John. Let's stop them from taking more then.
That was really neat when they transitioned to the overhead shot over the boat as they were over the water. There was a very brief glimpse of a tentacled, giant, shadowy figure under the water. But it was so brief that it was very easy to miss.
You see that glow atop the lighthouse? I have never seen anything like it. The weather here is so fierce, I cannot even hear my own thoughts. This journey would have been a great adventure, were it not for all the horrors along the way. I'm all right, Holmes. Keep moving. With every minute we dawdle, more people die.
Okay, fair. Fair. That's right. People dying. Got it. It's neat, though.
Barred and barricaded from the inside.
Black, featureless face. Manually broken. Egyptian motifs. I've never seen a glow quite like it before. Have you never seen a light before, sir? Door.
The door won't budge.
Alright. I guess they don't want me in. I guess we're going home. Oh, this was unintentionally the right direction. Okay.
Where did the shirt come from?
Holmes, look. There's a body here.
Not just any body, it's Ashmat.
Ah.
The body is still soft to the touch. He died recently.
The infamous curved dagger. It's tied firmly to his hand. Oh, his eyes are gouged out.
Great.
Scratches, bruises, and stabs, all self-inflicted.
Wonderful.
A broken chain. Something was attached to the end.
His body succumbed to all those wounds.
Okay. Splash of blood, no arterial wound, small pool. More blood over yonder. Finger grooves, disturbed mud, searching for something.
A human-sized imprint. Someone fell on their back.
He left a dent. Where's the other rope? There we go.
This branch was recently broken. The
whatever.
wood is still green. Whatever Ashmat had secured to his chain, he lost it here.
You mean the person? No? Okay. No? Ah, there's a thing here. Occult pattern, grooved indentation.
Ouroboros, a snake eating itself. An ancient symbol of eternal renewal. Fresh marks, something scraped along the stone. This door requires a very specific key.
As they all tend to do. Okay, so we found the key, or the door.
An old cannon, probably rusting here since the 16th century.
Great. Okay, so this is where Jude died. It will take anything. It just has to be labeled as a key. Oh, we have another painting on the ground. Okay, so this is where we came from, I believe, because the boat that was hanging over. I think. Not entirely sure how we got up here in the first place, but that's okay. That was weird. Camera just decided it was just going to zoom out all the way for a moment. Alright, so what am I looking for? I mean, I'm obviously looking for a key of some sort. Don't worry, Trix. It's cultish art, which means it's less important. Thing. Strange sigils drawn in blood, partially washed away. This is one of those situations where I need to pin evidence before I can do anything. No. I don't know where that key is. Shiny, metallic, lost. The key.
Scratches. This medallion saw frequent use. Scratches.
Okay.
This medallion saw frequent
it's fine.
use.
I need to click on the other side.
Interesting occult pattern.
What drove him to this dreadful act?
I fear we are about to see for ourselves.
What if we don't want to know? In we go. Ugh. What are you? It's kind of gross. Bones. Bones in a box. Gooey black liquid. Lovely. Random gross things. An altar with a black heart in it.
An
Great.
obsidian heart. Masterful work.
Yeah, if only we were allowed to take useful items, Sybil.
That's a crafty mechanism and quite ancient.
Poke. 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 Howdy, RK. How you doing? Lever.
This vessel is covered in dried blood.
Oh, it doesn't look very dried.
We need fresh blood. And no, I'm not volunteering.
Fear
Oh,
not. I think Ashmat can help.
Ashmat can help. Wonderful. Oh, this guy's falling to pieces. Alright, let's go this side. Lol, Scooby. Lol. Ooh. Look at these guys. These guys are fun. Why did they tie up prisoners and then lock themselves in a cage? I am confused. Ah. I see. Blood drippy down to the toothy things. Got it.
Sealed shut and seemingly for a long time.
Okay. Oh, they glow when I do the vision. Okay, neat. Some nice paint you got there. Alright, so let's go get Ashmat's body. No, that's not Ashmat's body. That's, is it Ashmat? I don't remember. Sir, I'm going to need your cooperation.
Do you have anything to hold blood, Watson?
Fine, take my flask.
Thanks. Gizmo. No. Step it.
The lever doesn't want to stay on its own.
Well, then hold it.
Watson, hold the lever for me. I must investigate.
Okie dokie. You stay put, bud. Another
Holmes,
lever.
watch out! My lever went back up.
The doors, Watson! Hold the doors!
Uh-oh, Biscottios.
Ah! We're trapped! Now what?
Look around. There must be something we can use.
Well, this is new. Shoulder level, arm.
Those holes seem
Okay.
to have a purpose, but I won't risk my arm to find out what.
So these people need to have their arms in the things. Okay. I found bits and bobs. Lovely. More bits and bobs. So we're just gonna randomly insert arm size and shaped things into various holes and see what happens. Hooray!
Be ready for anything, Watson.
Like the whole place coming down? That sounds fun.
It's all right, Watson.
Ooh.
It's merely a chest with coins and a dagger, made of obsidian by the looks of it.
I have acquired the things, perhaps? Did I get that? I got the thing. Got the dagger. We also have ancient coins. Tunnels. Lighthouse ritual. Odd cave wall. Okay. How to stop the ritual? That's a good question. Found more objects. Yes, hi, hello. Oh.
Use these with care. Let
Thanks.
us be the first adventurers to raid a tomb without destroying it.
Yeah, good luck with that. Do I coin? I coin. That what did that do?
Terrific. Now, onward before they close again.
Let us hope our paths converge, Holmes.
Obsidian is generally fragile, yes. I would say stronger than glass, but probably by a narrow margin.
It's calling me, John. I cannot bear it any longer.
Holmes, say something.
The abyss. Why does it call me? Why?
This place looks fun.
Holmes, say something.
I can't. I can't. Ah!
Ah.
Holmes, speak up.
Oh, he did.
Holmes. Holmes.
I feel like this is a press X to Jason situation. Jason.
Speak up.
Jason.
Holmes. Holmes, speak up. I'm coming.
Oh my. Eyeball.
Keep talking.
Yeah, he ain't talking anymore.
Sherlock? Holmes, say something.
Everything is so insignificant.
Are you all right?
The abyss. Why does it call me? Why?
Okay, so I literally found my way back to the way we started. Okay.
Holmes, say something.
The abyss. Why does it call me? Why?
Is that you, Holmes?
The abyss. Why does it call me? Why?
Okay, so I went the eyeball way last time. That was not the right way. Well, mushrooms. I can't call Sherlock.
No! No, Sherlock, no!
Oh no. Did I take too long? I think I took too long in finding him. Oh no.
Holmes, say something.
The abyss. Why does it call me? Why?
Holmes, speak up. Holmes! Holmes!
Yeah, he ain't talking anymore.
Holmes, speak up.
Oh.
Holmes!
Bud?
Holmes,
Bud?
speak up.
Bud, hi, hello?
Holmes! I'm coming!
Well, this is just awful.
Keep talking! Sherlock? I'm coming! Keep talking!
So, I am... Oh. Hi. Toothy friend.
Keep talking!
Found it. Nah.
Holmes! Please! Where are you?
Would... Did...
Holmes! Holmes, come on, wake up!
I found him.
Thank heavens. What were you doing? What happened?
You mean, what are you doing?
The whirlwind. Stars so distant. The sun inverts. The earth, it becomes transparent.
Sherlock, snap out of it.
Nothing is everything. We are so small, inconsequential. A shadow in the dark.
I think we best go back. You are not well, Sherlock.
No. We are so close. We cannot...
You asked that I intervene if I saw you cracking. This is me intervening.
With every passing minute, another life is extinguished. We must stop Rochester. We must end this.
Ah, Sherlock, you almost died.
Do not worry about me, John. You have other men to save.
I feel like we definitely should be worried about you, sir. Gizmo, you can't have my tea. Leave it alone. You can't have. Mine. Mine.
I thought that I'd seen horrors during the war, but this is complete madness. Don't mind my trembling hands. It's not fear, it's adrenaline.
Uh-huh.
Mad
Tell yourself that.
cultists, ancient ritual sites. Had I known where this case would lead, I would never have brought you to see Stenwick. All right, enough talk. Time for action.
Time for action.
Careful, Holmes.
Sir, I would like to have a word with your leader.
Sir, are you all right? No response.
Okay. Don't mind me while I just read your book. Yeah. Lighthouse Keeper Diary, May 3rd, 1882. The builders from Tobar know nothing that they ought to. I had to teach them how to change oil. Their one proficiency seems to be asking questions about the caves and where my son went missing. I said nothing at first. When some sort of lord arrived and offered me money for a tour, I relented and showed them around. The man claimed to be a collector of antiquities, but what could he have sought? It was easy money, but I cannot help but feel as if I betrayed this place. And my boy. Is that you? Indeed. I see. Now we have dodge lasers. Oh, I guess we don't have to dodge lasers. The laser is perfectly dodgeable. Just a little bit of a haircut. It's fine. Hey.
The base appears to rotate.
Okay.
Hands off, Holmes. We have no idea of its purpose.
But I want to touch the shiny, pretty laser. Hello, everyone. What are you captivated by?
They are all entranced, captivated by the light of the lens.
Sherlock,
Understandable.
don't touch it. We still don't know what it is capable of.
Anywho. Alright, I guess let's not touch it, because it's not going to let me touch it until I learn more first. Neat.
The sheer form of it, the color, it makes me feel uneasy. Black, metallic, and with a characteristic hue. Obsidian yet again.
Warning to Ashmat from R. Ashmat, you must familiarize yourself with the process of charging the collade lenses, energizing them with beam emitters. The emitters themselves are not complicated to operate, but there can be no more mistakes as our day of reckoning draws near. One such error would be to keep that obsidian toy of yours near the lenses. They are strong in most circumstances, but vulnerable when energized, and we have only a limited supply. Alright. See, I'm pretty sure those people don't need to see the lens. They are special.
This material
They're
feels
just there to
very
chant.
sturdy. It would take an enormous effort to break like that.
Okay. Random generator. Trying to get a better look at the thing. Alright, Azil, thanks for hanging out. Enjoy your sleeps.
All right, enough talk. Time for action.
Alright, I'll make it go. Okay, let's at least investigate other things that I should be poking. I don't see anything else I should be poking. Okay. There's no other dots that I need to interact with. There's only these things. But I can't touch them. They are all in the way of the door, and I can't go that way. Okay. Interesting. There's nothing to interact with? You, sir. Help? No? Okay. Nothing. Weird. There's so little to actually interact with in this part of the level. Like, clearly I need to rotate the lenses to point at the doodad. It's one of these things. Yep. Okay. It's fine. I keep thinking in traditional game terms where I just interact with shit and shit happens. I keep forgetting that I have to investigate first. How do I stop the ritual? Obsidian dagger. Strange devices with beams. And warning. None of those things were correct. Okay, it's fine. Lighthouse ritual. Literally none of those things are correct. Okay, so I don't have enough information on stopping the ritual. So how do I interrupt the hypnosis from the lens? Okay, that's fine. It was this one that I was looking for. This one is the one that has the strange device with beams, the dagger, and a warning. Oh, I need another thing. Another observation. Entranced people. Energize the lens, then strike it with the dagger. Okay. Now I can do the thing that I was meaning to do. This. Yes, okay. Alright, sorry, watch your noggin, gentlemen. Boom!
That's it. You did it. The lens broke.
John, the worshippers, we need to make sure...
Of course, I'll see if they're all right.
I have a feeling they're not alright. If not physically, then mentally they are fucked. Y'all good? Yeah, you're looking good. You're looking just fine.
All right, enough talk. Time for action.
You guys doing okay? That wall's very interesting. Got it. Yep. Okay. So then... Oh, he's just gonna stare at the engine. I get it. It's repetitive. It's boomy. Very comforting. Up here.
Stop there, shipmates. A storm awakens and we've battened down the hatches.
Dirty Summers, I presume. Nice to put a filthy, sweat-covered face to a name.
That's no way to speak to a captain.
Sherlock, get down!
Shoots him. Shoots him in his mug.
Watson, you killed him!
Yep.
I didn't have a choice.
Well, what's done is done. If we do not stop
Oops.
Rochester, Summers' death will be but one of many.
He seems upset that we just killed a crazed cult member who was in the process of kidnapping and or murdering people. I don't feel that sort of remorse.
The sailor who didn't survive the storm.
The port of London feels so long ago. Forgive me, Summers.
No, it's okay. You didn't do anything wrong. Alright. So, we have a lovely little room here.
All right, enough talk. Time for action.
Tower entrance. How handily labeled. Bunk. 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 Okay, anything fancy in this room before I go into the tower entrance? Ooh. Ashmat's Scribbles. A collection of notes Ashmat left himself over the course of the past few weeks. It all went south at that Arneson's place. Him, that pup, and that harlot. I wish the water would take them away. They didn't deserve to be brought here with others. No, no, no. The underground tunnels call me again. Every time I go to sleep, I wake up in the caves. Yesterday I awoke with an obsidian shard in my hand and absolutely no memory of it. Tonight, the caves will call me again. What I have witnessed in my dreams is horrific, but I cannot resist.
It seems they have placed beam emitters all over the main gallery. Khalid lenses are placed inside the lantern room.
Okay, okay. Is there another piece of evidence that I need to worry about? Ah,
They modify the gallery and watchroom. One moment, Watson. I'll redraw this blueprint.
why not just take that one?
I know this company. They make Fresnel lenses, essential for any modern lighthouse lantern.
Lighthouse Keeper Diary, April 4th, 1882. I've heard the melody again. I hear it in every drip that falls from the top floor to the ground. I hear it in the meditative rotations of the lantern. I can hear it in this very moment as my pen scrapes against the paper. Ever since my boy left me, this log has been my only companion. Sometimes I sleep in his bed so as not to see it empty. I think I saw him swimming the other day in the inky sea. His skin was dead and gray, his teeth as sharp as a piranha. He looked at me with salt red eyes, steadfast amid the furious waves, and I saw naught but loathing in his gaze. Lovely. What was the thing I saw? No, just straw.
Pay for padding. They didn't want their cargo damaged.
Well, Yeah, if you're shipping lenses, makes sense. Dirty Summer's diary. Of all the nasty deeds I've done for coin, this is without question the worst. Those strange dreams become more frequent, but I try not to dwell on them. And yet, life here is tedious, so I cannot stop my mind from returning to the visions. I cannot stare at the sky. I am loath to look at the sea, or Ashmet's face, or mine own hands. Rochester says that soon everything will disappear, be eaten by the old one. It would be a better world, even if I were not around to see it. Alright. So he was feeling at least somewhat remorseful for his actions, but he was still trying to bring about the end times, so yeah. Okay, anything else in here? No, okay. Anything in here? No. Just the door.
Hold on. We need a plan.
Right. Sorry. Okay. Let's review, shall we? Entranced people. Destroying the colored lenses with the obsidian dagger interrupted the hypnosis. Yada yada yada. Crazy times. Lantern blueprint. Lighthouse keeper diary. More yada yada craziness. Shipping containers. Okay. More craziness. More craziness. Okay, so how do we stop the ritual? I would assume something about the shipping containers, because they are indicating that the things that they were transporting are fragile. Tenuous link, but sure, why not? Nope, not the odd cave wall. Colored lenses weaknesses can only be destroyed with obsidian. They must be made vulnerable by charging them first. Let's go with that. And then the next step is the blueprints, which involve the emitters that we would point at the lenses before we can then zap them. So I'm assuming that's right. Follow the sabotage plan. We must destroy the colored lenses at the bases of lanterns as depicted on the blueprint. In order to achieve this, each lens must be targeted by 2 beam emitters simultaneously, and then manually shattered using the obsidian dagger. We may need to work separately, as Rochester and his servants will be trying to protect the lenses. Alright. I think we go do the do. I'm moderately sure I've found everything. Let's take a peek, though. I have gotten an achievement for learning about the lighthouse keeper, so I found those evidences. I found all the evidence at the cliffside crime scene. Yes. I've apparently missed a couple achievements, which is interesting. One of them is pretend to be Barnaby, which I'm pretty sure I did, because that was when we had Watson in the green suit and yellow hat. So maybe that one just didn't trigger? I don't know. I missed an achievement for not leaving the book with the bookman Barnes and letting him go crazy with it. Oh no. Sad. Alright, and then find out how the intruder got into the warehouse. I think the warehouse in question would be probably the haunted one. But I thought we had solved all of that, so maybe it's fine. Whatever. Fine, be that way, game. Alright, carry on.
Tell me you have a plan. Of course. We shall apply what we just learned, charge the Khalid lenses, and break them with the dagger. That should put a stop to this cursed ritual.
All right, good. I confess, I worry about what awaits us. Is it too much to hope this will all come right?
If our future is black, it is better surely to face it like a man than to attempt to brighten it by mere will-o'-the-wisps of the imagination. Come on. We'll go together.
All right. Those are strange words of encouragement, but we'll take them. Okay.
Look at them all. We have to help them.
Watson, stop. Rochester will see you.
What should we do?
We get answers. Stay here, see to the lenses. I shall confront Rochester. He owes me the truth.
Does he, though?
Sherlock! Sherlock!
Mr. Holmes, you are late. Was the path here not as you anticipated?
You expected me?
We've stood here before, Mr. Holmes. Another you, another me. Many years ago. I wonder what will happen this time.
What? What are you talking about?
Join me. Bear witness to the end.
What if not? So I am curious if we have a way to not do this and see the awakening of Cthulhu. Neat. Interesting that this one only goes those. Sorry. Did not intend to kill you. Okay, so if we move this one, the not point of the thing, then this one is activated.
You cannot bear witness to anything, Lord Rochester. You are blind.
How could you?
It is
How
what
dare
I
you.
do.
No. How could you be so ignorant? For I have never seen more clearly than in this moment. Never felt more than I feel right now. Every fiber of the earth, every molecule reverberates in anticipation of the awakening. The bile of madness rises in our throats just as our master rises below. I see moon beasts, night gaunts, a witch doctor in Arkham. I see what the stars themselves are dreaming. I know more than any man has ever known.
You are delusional. How did you do it? The compulsions, the visions, was it some form of hypnosis or no? A drug, perhaps, tell me.
Bah! There is no ruse. There is no big reveal. It is exactly what it seems. You still fight so desperately against this truth, but you feel it too. Yes? Yes?
You are mad. You have mistaken hallucinations for reality.
Are you really want to talk, Mr. Holmes? Speak truthfully now. In the port, in the swamp, what did you see?
I saw nothing. You know what? Let's lean into the insanity.
Something beyond the capacities of my imagination. A world so alien, but
so familiar. Yes, I see it too, in your mind's eye. untold horrors lick their lips in the shimmering dreamlands as Sarnath sinks eternal.
Alright then. Okay, so let's point. I can't point this way. There are other ones I can point. Y'all people getting him away. See, we have a problem. I'm surrounded by crazy people. Ah, good. Need to push through. Sorry, coming through. Don't mind me. Okay, so this one. That's odd. This is as far as it goes. Okay. That's fine. I think that's enough. Sorry. Okay, so that's only two of them pointing at the things. What kind of weird, tricky stuff is this? Have access to any more lasers. Have access to this. What are you?
It's completely broken.
It's broken. Okay. Hang on. I forgot to close the thing. Sorry. You are all gonna get in my way. Okay.
Something is missing here. Interesting.
Interesting indeed. Can I take the thing out of this thing?
Could prove useful.
Yep. So we take the thing from this thing, so we can put the thing in this thing. So we can use this thing, point at that thing. So we can then come break that thing. But I can't break it because I can't get through the peoples. These people. What happened to just nudging them out of the way? I can't break it. I can't break it. And that's the only one that I can point at. Huh. Huh. And if I push through... Let's find out. Sorry. Aha.
But what is the point? What are you hoping to achieve with all this slaughter? Do these people deserve such suffering?
They are just tools. Their existence is meaningless unless put to use. Oh, all-seeing master. Oh, grand God beneath. How he has blessed them with purpose.
You use them for cruelty.
I've seen a man eat his own flesh just to hear the whispers of lizards. I've seen a mother behead her newborn that she might travel to another world. Galaxies swallow each other whole. Light folds in on itself until nothing remains. You know not cruelty, Mr. Holmes. Cruelty is for such knowledge to be beyond the reach of so many.
This is hubris delusion. You are Icarus flying too close to the sun.
No, no. You misinterpret the legend, Holmes. Icarus flew. He reached heights no man had ever reached. One must imagine Icarus happy.
He burned. Rochester plummeted to his death.
And were you to ask him of his choice, he would have not a single regret. Every step I took was necessary. Every drop of blood a blessing. Every death predestined. Surely you understand. It was for knowledge. The only thing worth living for. Why must you remain so blind? Be honest. What is it you fear?
I'm afraid of going crazy.
I'm afraid that it will cost me my sanity, much as it has cost you yours.
There is no such thing as sanity. There is only the world as it is, and one's willingness to accept it.
Alright. Crazy man. Okay, so again. Sorry. Icarus's real lesson is to make better wings. Indeed. Okay, so I am stuck in this tiny little nubbin here. All these people have closed in on me, so I gotta go this way. Chill with the chanting, peeps. I'm otherwise occupied. Okay, can I move this anymore? Sorry. No, I cannot. Okay, can't. Okay, I can go this way. Why do they keep wiggling? The wiggling is so weird. Okay, here we go. Okay, so now I gotta go all the way back here again. So I can touch that one. Sorry. Smoosh.
You truly believe it? That a god arises from below, that the world shall end?
There is only nothingness. Only chaos and torture and endless time, stretching its wings, baring its teeth.
It's preposterous. It's nonsense. It's... You've drugged me. The fumes in the temple, narcotics, a bad reaction. Oh, you're one of my cross agents. Sorry. Yes. This has the stink of my brother all over it. No, wait. Of course. I am dreaming in the asylum. In Black Edelweiss, tied to a chair.
You are standing right here, Holmes, as you always do.
You said that before. You said we had met, but I'd never seen you before in my life.
The cycle repeats. Old becomes new, and we remain pawns in the hands of a god. Submit! Submit to your inconsequence!
It is unthinkable.
It is undeniable.
I cannot!
When you have eliminated all which is impossible, then whatever remains, however improbable, must be the truth. Now, Holmes! Now is the moment! You know it in your heart! Say it! Say it!
It's all real. It's all real.
It's real. All of it, it's real.
Alright. So we have one more, which is on the other side. And of course there's more. So, can't I just... It's not like I'm gonna kill him, just nudge him out of the way. That one did it on his own. I didn't have anything to do with that one. Okay, so I think I have to go this way. So we need to shine up that one. We already have one laser on it. I need a second laser on it. So this one needs to go that way. And then we push the button.
Maybe your god is unstoppable, but you are merely a man. And I know how to stop you.
What do you mean? What have you done?
Nothing.
I have made a friend.
Yeah! No! Curse you! Oh, great one, forgive me!
It is over, Rochester.
I thought this time would be different. But the gods laugh at man's arrogance.
Sherlock, come back down! The wave!
The wave? Oh, the wave.
Come with us! Turn yourself
was a
in,
wave.
save yourself!
The abyss calls for me, Mr. Holmes, as it does for you. The final problem approaches, and you too shall fall.
The wave.
Sherlock, please!
Rochester, don't!
Such
Pretty sure
heights we reach!
they're not going to survive that regardless. That's a big
No.
wave.
God! Sherlock, we must get inside! I have to see it, John. I have to know.
Uh-oh.
Apologies, did I rouse you? I could relocate to the study, but I wanted to be at hand should you need me.
No. The sound of your keys. It is my tether back to the waking world.
I find writing of our adventure helps me too. Perhaps at some point you could read it and tell me if it accords with your memory. There are moments in our journey that only you were privy to. Your encounter with Gygax, your visions with Light of the Abyss, your confrontation with Rochester.
No,
Pardon me?
do not publish it. It would be professional suicide. You would be a laughingstock, a fabulist, concocting penny dreadfuls for the unwashed masses. And I would no longer attract a distinguished clientele, but madmen convinced I could connect them to their deceased relatives or help them capture a fairy.
Ah. It doesn't seem to get any better, does it?
When I close my eyes, John, I am falling. Falling into a black abyss. It is endless and suffocating and unforgiving. I would give for a dreamless night.
It's going to be all right, Sherlock.
What is that?
It will help you rest.
No, 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 not that. No, no.
He's going to be forced to
I say,
dream.
Watson, would you be afraid to sleep in the same home as a lunatic, a man with softening of the brain, an idiot whose mind has lost its grip?
Not in the least.
That's lucky.
That was pretty good. That was pretty good. Yeah. I mean, it was a nice investigation. It was a nice Lovecraftian game. I did, of course, have some issues with the investigation process on occasion, but other than that, it was good. I think there could have been more Lovecraftian elements. They definitely, near the end there, they definitely hinted at Cthulhu awakening. I wonder if it was possible to fail that process. It didn't feel like there was a way to fail it. I think the only place that I could have failed was scooching through the cultists and failing to do the QuickTime event. But I feel like that probably would have just started me over in that same process. It didn't feel like there was a way to let the ritual continue and see like a cutscene of Cthulhu awakening. That would have been kind of neat. But there was a lot of neat little bits and pieces. I liked a lot of the side stories. And I did like the main story, but I feel like it could have been more horrifying, I guess. It definitely had some horrifying elements to it, but I feel like it could have been more oomphy in terms of Lovecraftian insanity. But it was good. I enjoyed it. These are nice scenes. I like them. And I think we could have done more of journeys through those hellscapes, the other dimensions. Because I think we only went in there twice. And it would have been kind of neat to have more wandering through those zones. Not necessarily in the kind of odd maze-like method that they did, but more in the wandering, nearly going insane kind of variety. I think they could have leaned a little bit more into the Lovecraftian elements, the other dimensions, the Sherlock going insane. They definitely showed him going insane, but it felt very muted. It felt like his insanity was kind of a sidestep to the whole story. The only time that it really felt impactful was when we were chasing him through that cave near the end there, and he was calling out for help. Other than that, every time he dipped into insanity, all it took was a brief conversation, and then he was back and ready to go, and investigating as if nothing was wrong. I do appreciate that Watson was more in play there as Sherlock was taken out of commission, and I like the bouncing back and forth between the characters and their different mentalities as they went through the different processes of investigation, but I think they could have leaned more into Sherlock going crazy. Even at the end there, when he was just kind of being tended to and in a delirium dream state, I think they could have sold his insanity a little bit more. Yeah, they probably did make it more Sherlock first and Lovecraft second, but I feel like they could have just fully leaned into Lovecraft if you're gonna go Lovecraft. You go Lovecraft. I mean, And they did at some points. They definitely went full Lovecraftian horror in a couple spots. But mostly it was very much a Sherlock investigation game, for sure. You've done Devil's Daughter and Crime and Punishment. Okay. Did those have any supernaturally elements, or were those purely normal stories? Oh, so many people. So many people. These look like Kickstarter or other backer names, because there's definitely some odd names in here. But yeah, that's good. That was good. I liked it. And I appreciate that this Ukrainian team developed this game, or started development on this game just a couple months after the war started. So they put the nose to the grindstone and did what they got to do to both make this game and help support their people with this. So I appreciate them for it. Gil, hi. Come here, kid. Come here, kid. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I would say I probably enjoyed Sinking City a bit more, probably because it leaned a lot more into the Lovecraft elements of it. But this definitely still had it had the itch to scratch for Lovecraftian horror. I doubt there's gonna be anything after the credits, but we're gonna watch anyway. So Crime and Punishment had at least something semi-unnatural, but that was probably like a side story or something like that, right? Okay, okay. Kitty squirming. Kitty squirming. Man, that's a lot of people. You last played both on Xbox One. Nice. Yeah, I'm sure they're great. I just tend to prefer a little bit more surrealism, I guess, in my games. Maybe we will. There we go. Okay, never mind. Do we have anything along the lines of extras? No, we do not. Okay. Well, that's it then for the Sherlock Holmes The Awakened. I think I'm going to call it here, because I've been battling a headache since I started. But that is it for this specific game. We have done a handful of spooky games as well as a ton of Next Fest spooky demos. So we are well in our way for the spooky season. We do still have like a week and a half, give or take, left of the spooky season. And I have other games to play. I'm just not sure exactly which one I want to do. But there is a newly released one I think I'll do. But we will see. But I'm going to call it here for tonight. A lot of bit early, but that's okay. Boop. Appreciate y'all hanging out. Hope you enjoyed the game. We've done at least one really good story-based Lovecraftian game every season for the last couple years.
Hey. How are you?
But I'm gonna go lie down. Lysucks, Demos, Safi, Scooby, Trix, Civil. Anyone else lurking out there? Appreciate y'all hanging out. We'll have to have some figuring out what we're gonna do tomorrow. I'm not sure yet. But we'll figure it out. Alright. Well, thank y'all for coming. I'll see y'all next time.